Microphone check testing. Microphone check testing. 1, 2, 3. Webcasting microphone check testing. 1, 2, 3. It helps when you stick the calibration into the correct plug-in. Testing 1, 2, 3. Microphone check testing 1, 2, 3. Lady Raider webcast. Bisbee, Douglas, Erickson, Fowler, Little, Maury, Pettis, Reed, Shaw, South, Thurman, and Watson. Microphone check testing 1, 2, 3. 10 minutes, 48 seconds left before we tip off at the Best Activity Center. Today is the webcast. And you are looking live at the Best Activity Center. Today we broadcast the Lady Raiders versus the Lady Rough Riders of Crowder College. Hello, sports fans. Tim Hager and you on the webcast today. Glad to have you along on a day of horrendous weather in southeast Missouri. Sleet and snow around the Butler, Carter, Ripley, Wayne County areas. Be a good day to sit at home, fix some hot chocolate or a cold Mountain Dew, crank up the webcast. Glad to have you along for the ride today. We're here coming at you via the internet. Here's what I'll tell you straight up before we even get going. The men's game has been moved back to 4 o'clock tomorrow. Today was to be a doubleheader. Rough Riders versus the Lady Raiders at 2. We were going to have the men versus West Plains Grizzlies at 7. Due to the weather, West Plains can't make it. That game has been pushed back to 4 o'clock tomorrow. Mark that on your schedule. Go to church, go home, watch the Chiefs game, then come out and watch the Raiders tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We got this thing started. Rough Riders in the dark uniforms today. Lady Raiders in yellow for those of you watching at home. Rough Riders make the first basket, make it a 2-0 game as we're just getting started from the Best Activity Center. Despite the putrid weather, good crowd here today. Good to see everybody out. Going to have a walk right there by number 23, Hannah Thurman. We'll run down the starters for you real quick for the Raiders today. Their traditional starting 5. Number 1, Danae Watson. Number 5, Kimberly Shaw. Number 13, Haley Erickson. Number 22, Jordan Little. And number 23, Hannah Thurman. Rough Riders with the ball from Crowder. Working the ball inside. Ball's going to be picked up by Hannah Thurman. Hey, she'll lead the fast break. Long outlet pass to Kimberly Shaw. Off the glass, no good. Danae Watson follows up, cleans the glass, gets the offensive rebound, sticks it back in to tie the score at 2. Pair twos as we get started. Here's number 25 leading the fast break, Courtney Shipley. Got a whistle on the floor. We'll see what that call is. Number 23 is going to be whistled with the infraction. That's Hannah Thurman. First foul of the ball game. And that will send the Rough Rider to the line. Their starters today is number 20, Aubrey Ayers. Number 23, Maya Wright. Number 25, Courtney Shipley. Number 32, Alex Vogt. And number 33, Ellie Williams. Free throw is off the mark. Rebound by Hannah Thurman. Pass ahead to Haley Erickson. Number 13 dribbles to the basket. The runner off the glass is good from Morgan County. Former Lady Alton Comet Haley Erickson gives the Raiders a 4-2 lead. Ball's tipped loose, picked it by Jordan Little. She slips but keeps the dribble. Hands off to Hannah Thurman, who brings it down for the Lady Raiders. Jordan Little, number 22 on the wing, back to Thurman. Thurman will shoot to 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound by the Rough Riders. Alex Vogt comes down. Here's the shot. It's no good. The ball's tipped away from Hannah Thurman. Laid in by number 32, Alex Vogt. We have a 4-4 game. On the season, the Rough Riders have a record of 7-11. Don't let that record be indicative of what kind of team this is. Their location in southwest Missouri, they play a lot of schools from Oklahoma. A lot of really good programs in the Oklahoma Community College, junior college system. So they played a good schedule. I think they'll give the Lady Raiders all they want today. 3 on the shot clock. Kimberly Shaw shoots the 3 from the top of the key, giving the Lady Raiders a 7-4 lead. Ball's tipped around the full court pressure, picked up by Haley Erickson, right back to Danae Watson. Watson goes in, misses the shot. Jordan Little comes up, gets her shot blocked as well. Ball's tipped loose. Tough break for the Raiders. Here comes number 33, Ellie Williams. Her shot's off the mark. Rebound by Kimberly Shaw. They're going to have a walk call on that one. Ball will go back to the Rough Riders. Hannah Thurman checks out for the Lady Raiders. Number 24, Anaya Pettis checks in. Pettis from North Little Rock, Arkansas. Come off an injury for the Raiders. She had a wrist injury. Just started being healthy enough to play right after the Christmas break and has been a big contributor off the bench for the Raiders, playing the power forward position. Crowder inbounds. Swings across to number 23, Maya Wright. Wright dribbles with the left hand, now the right. Right dribbles right. Off to number 5, Tatiana Sisisovic. Had some fun with that name today. My Right makes it a 7-6 game with her 12-foot jump shot. Tatiana Sisisovan, Springdale, Arkansas. When you look at the rosters every day, you see there's always one name like that you got to get a little help on. She'll play a big role today for the Rough Riders as well. Turnover by the Raiders by Danae Watson. The ball will go back to the Rough Riders. Checking in for Crowder be number 21, Bethany Gilkey. And number 15, Megan Brandemere. Crowd still trickling in. Best Activity Center. Despite the wretched weather outside, got a good crowd here today. Referee counts them up, 5-on-5. Let's go. Inbounds pass to Sisanovic. Sisisovan, we'll work on that name. Pass it around in the paint to number 23, Maya Wright. Looking for a little help. The long pass is picked off by Haley Erickson. Her outlet pass is picked right back off by the Rough Riders. Takes it to the basket off the glass and score it, Ellie Williams. Williams from West Plains, Missouri, former Zizzer, gives the Crowder Rough Riders the 1-point lead, 8-7. Ball goes out of bounds. Right in front of the Crowder bench, and we'll go the other way. Crowder Rough Riders once again 7-11 on the season. They've won 2 games in a row. They average around 66 points per contest. Ellie Williams, number 33, averaging 15.4 points per contest. She'll be their leading scorer today, or she has been their leading scorer most of the season. Well, I don't know what's going to happen yet today. Number 15, Megan Brandemere, 9.1 points per game. And number 12, Sydney Linney, averages 8.2 points per contest. That's the 3 leading scorers this season for the college group from Crowder, the Rough Riders. Tina Wilson's their coach. She's her 12th year as the coach. They were 22-10 last season. Raiders with the ball out to Kimberly Shaw. Caitlin South down the game, as is Jacayla Fowler. In the paint, too, Anaya Pettis, who lays it off the glass and scores it and gives the Raiders the 1-point lead, 9-8. A little above 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. We appreciate you watching today on the webcast. Rough Riders work the offense. Ball's picked off by Jacayla Fowler. The Neelyville native takes it to the basket and scores. She's going to draw the foul from number 33, Ellie Williams. Jacayla take it to the basket. She's a natural lefty. Took it strong to the basket. Drew the foul. Ball dramatically rolled around the rim. Falls for Jacayla, and she'll go to the line. Raiders lead by 3 at the 5:01 mark here in the first quarter. She can extend the lead to 4. Fowler wearing number 21, former All-Stater. State champ Neelyville Lady Tigers. Ball's in and out. Got it tied up. Jordan Little and number 21, Bethany Gilkey. Possession arrow points towards the Raiders. Kimberly Shaw to inbounds for Three Rivers. She wears the uniform number 5. Inbounds to Little. Jordan will bring it out. Thinks about a 3. Shoots the 3. It's going to be short. Caitlin South. Nice hustle. Oh. Caitlin South saved it. Kimberly Shaw got it. Got in the air and had no place to go. Erickson back in the game for the Raiders, as is number 30, Casey Douglas. It's Douglas' first action in the ball game. Casey's a 5'8" sophomore. She's a former Twin Rivers High School Lady Royal. Raiders with pressure. Rough Riders cross the timeline. Back to number 12, Sydney Linney. On the wing with number 32, Alex Volt. She gets the ball knocked loose, picks it right back up, lays it off the glass and scores. Makes the game 11-10. Raiders swinging out to Pettis. Casey Douglas on the wing. Back to Erickson. To Caitlin South. Caitlin dribbles with the right hand. Spin move to the basket. She can shoot with either hand. She goes with the left. Anaya Pettis with the rebound. The ball gets away from her out of bounds. Good hustle by number 24, Ball goes back to Crowder. Full court pressure once again by the Lady Raiders. Number 32 breaks him down. Oh, and Pettis. Rough Riders had the 3-on-2. Pettis comes up with the steal. Out to Casey Douglas. Swings it out to Haley Erickson for the long three. Off the mark. Pettis saves it. Caitlin South with three. Off the rim, no good. We're going to call Casey Douglas at the offensive board. Raider had the open three that time, both times. Douglas went for the rebound, a little push off there. So we have an 11-10 game, 3:50 left here in the first quarter. Looks like we may have a timeout on the floor. Our score is 11-10, 3:50 left in the first quarter. And we do thank you for watching today on the webcast. And we're coming back from the timeout. Our score is 11-10. Once again, a reminder that tonight's game against the West Plains and the Raiders, the West Plains Grizzlies, has been moved back to 4 o'clock tomorrow here at the Best Activity Center. The only game in the gym today will be the one you're watching right now, Lady Raiders versus the Crowder Rough Riders. Here's Crowder with the fast break. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Jacayla Fowler. Coming out of the timeout, big crowd here today, shockingly, with such intensely poor weather outside. Folks trickling in. On the webcast, you can basically see one side of the bleacher where I'm at. I'm waving at you right now, but across the way, big crowd on the other side. Here's the shot by Crowder. It's off the mark, no good. Casey Douglas now leads the fast break. Swings it out to Pettis, to Haley Erickson, to Jacayla Fowler on the baseline. Takes it in and scores. Nice double pump move in the air that time. Body control by number 21, Jacayla Fowler. Her basket makes it 13-10. Lady Raiders by 3. Long pass is going to be out of bounds. Referee almost ran into Coach Walk right there. Coach Walk almost drew the charge. Ball go back to the Lady Raiders. Number 25 back in the game, Courtney Shipley. Second number 20 is checking in. That's Aubrey Ayers, maybe pronounced Ayers. Got a whistle on the floor right now. We're getting everything organized. Everybody's checked in. It needs to be here. And away we go. Pettis inbounds to Haley Erickson. She dribbles to the left on the wing to Casey Douglas. Back to Pettis at the top of the key. Caitlin South. Raiders patiently running their offense. 15 on the shot clock. Pettis makes a move to the basket. Decides to throw it out to Caitlin South. 10 on the shot clock. Caitlin dribbles in. Euro step. Left-handed layup is good. Caitlin South puts the biscuit in the basket. Makes it 15-10. Casey Douglas knocks the ball out of bounds. Good hustle by the former Twin Rivers Royal. 15-10 our score on Caitlin South's basket. Caitlin South, an offensive threat, can shoot with either hand, ambidextrous around the rim like that. It's a guessing game when she goes to the basket to see which hand she'll lay it up and in with. Foul that time on Anaya Pettis. Stumbled there on the floor, took out number 32, Alex Volt. Crash and burn there on the floor. 2:38 left here in the first quarter. 15-10, Raiders by 5. Once again, hey, we're excited you're following along today on the webcast. Welcome aboard. Crowder with the ball. Pass to number 23, Maya Wright. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Going to be Rough Rider ball, 23 seconds on the shot clock. We're taking the ball out on the baseline right in front of the Raider cheer squad who are here today with Rocky Raider. Rough Riders dribble in. The ball is up, bounced around, no good. Shot missed by Alex Volt. Long outlet pass. Casey Douglas with the shot. Misses. Almost a little bit too far into the basket. Raiders bring it out. Pettis down the baseline. Fakes it. She's going to try the long jumper. Oh, in and out, no good. Here comes Crowder. Pettis more of an inside player. It's interesting to see her take the long outside jump shot. She's done a good job and a nice addition for the Raiders, Lady Raiders. Here's the shot, and it's off the mark. Rebound by Pettis. Outlet to Erickson. Quickly down to South. South for three. Rims out, no good. Jacayla Fowler with the offensive board. Back to Pettis, back to Erickson. 26 on the shot clock. Raiders try it again. Nice pass in the paint to Pettis. She's going to draw the foul. Nice pass by number 13, Haley Erickson. Jumped up, got in the air, saw Pettis open. Pettis took the ball to the rim, got fouled, and will go to the line to shoot. First foul on number 20, Aubrey Ayers. Raiders with 3 fouls, Rough Riders with 2. Here's Pettis at the line. First free throw is good. Checking into the game will be number 1, Danae Watson, and number 22, Jordan Little. Caitlin South and Jacayla Fowler come out for a rest. Pettis to shoot the second free throw. It's up. Rims out, no good. Rebound by Maya Wright. Swings it over to number 25, Courtney Shipley. Casey Douglas going to be called for the foul. Raiders applying full court pressure over the floor that time. I thought the player might have walked, but they're going to say she fouled before the walk. Kimberly Shaw in for Douglas. 2 fouls on number 30, Casey Douglas. Number 33, Ellie Williams to inbounds for the Crowder Rough Riders. Crowder College located in Neosho, Missouri on the grounds of the former Fort Crowder. 5,845 students there, a little bigger than Three Rivers. Here's the shot by number 32, Alex Volt. She cuts the Three Rivers lead to 4. 16-12 is our score. About a minute left here in the first quarter of action. Hannah Thurman back in the game, swings it to Erickson. Here's Jordan Little with it. Right back to Little. She does the head fake, goes in and swings it out to Erickson. Here's the baseline jumper. Off the mark, no good. Rebound, Crowder. Under a minute left here in the first quarter. Number 23, Maya Wright with the ball. It just ties up. We're going to call jump ball. I think the possession arrow is going back towards the Rough Riders. Once again, they'll take it out right in front of the Raider crowd, right straight across from the scorer's table. Here is number 23, Maya Wright with the ball, dribbles with the left hand, guarded by Watson. Inside in the paint, the shot is up by number 20, Aubrey Ayers. She's off the mark. Raiders with the fast break. Erickson give and go to Danae Watson. The ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going back to the Rough Riders. A little give and go that time, but Watson was in traffic. Little incidental contact, ball going out of bounds. Last touch by the Raiders. 18 seconds left before the end of the first quarter. Turn that shot clock off. Looks like the Rough Riders might play for one. Vogt with the ball. Dribbles with the left hand, guarded by Shaw. Quick double team. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose, picked up by Little to Watson at 6 seconds. Watson at 4. Watson to the basket at 3.1 seconds, and she gets fouled. Nice break for the Raiders that time on the defensive end to come up with the loose ball. Have a chance to extend their 4-point lead as we grind out the first quarter of basketball action. Watson to the line to shoot. She was fouled by number 1, Megan Brandemere. Watson from Bradenton, Florida, averaging 13.4 points a contest. Second leading scorer on the squad. First ball is in and out, no good. Number 10, Lana Reed's going to check in the game. Hannah Thurman's out. Reed wears number 10. She's from Malden, Missouri. Danae Watson gets ready for the second free throw. It's in. Extends the lead to 17-12. 1 second left. Ball's up. It's going to be too late, and it's no good. After the first quarter of action, Lady Raiders lead 17-12. You are watching Three Rivers College Lady Raider basketball on the webcast. Welcome back to the webcast. Our score is 17-12. A couple of reminders for you. The men's team will be playing this Tuesday, January 22nd at Arkansas Baptist, 7 o'clock. That game will be broadcast on 97.5 The Storm. And next Saturday, the boys and girls both play here at the Best Activity Center against Moberly. The men play at 7 o'clock, girls at 5. Mark that on your calendar for next Saturday. Right now, we're in the middle of a good ball game. 17-12, Lady Raiders by 5 against the Crowder Rough Riders. They're playing a little man-to-man defense. Here's the give and go to Atlanta Wright, and she's going to draw the foul. Number 15, Megan Brandemere, got her with the forearm. Lady Raiders will take the ball out underneath their own basket. Number 5, Kimberly Shaw, will inbounds. Swings out to Erickson. Erickson brings it back out over to Jordan Little. Little directs traffic. She's looking for a pick. She gets it from Watson. To Lana Reed at the top of the key. Now to Haley Erickson. Erickson dribbles, going to take it in the paint, swing it out to Watson. Shot clock at 10. Here's Shaw with the ball, give and go to Watson off the glass. Stockton to Malone there. Danae Watson, the reception of that nice pass. She lays it in the basket, makes it 19-12, 9 minutes before halftime. Here's a fast break opportunity by the Rough Riders, and it's good. The number 20, Aubrey Ayers, takes the ball, goes to the basket and scores, draws the foul from number 10, Lana Reed. Each team with one quick foul here in the second quarter. Ayers to the line to shoot. Today is the first Region 16 game for Crowder. Lady Raiders 3-0 mark right now in Region 16 play, 15-3 record on the season. Erickson with the left hand, out to Watson, top of the key. Little's going to try the long jumper, drains it. 22-14 is our score due to the strength of the three-pointer by Muscle Shoals, Alabama native Jordan Little. That time Laura knocks the ball loose. Crowder with the 2-on-1. They get the ball to fall. Number 15, Megan Brandemere. Brandemere, the second leading scorer on the team, 9.1 points a game. She converts the basket, makes it a 22-16 game. Same play as before, give and go to Watson underneath. This time the ball doesn't go down for her. Rebound by Crowder. Here's Brandemere with the ball. Ball's knocked loose. Kimberly Shaw ends up with it for the Lady Raiders. Leads the fast break going back the other direction. Here's Erickson for three. She makes it. 25-16. Two quick threes by the Lady Raiders have made it a 9-point contest. Coach Tina Wilson calls a timeout for the Crowder Rough Riders. 25-16 is our score. You're watching the Lady Raiders on the webcast. We're back with you. 25-16 is our score. We're 7:55 mark here in the second quarter. You're watching the webcast. Glad to have you along on a Saturday afternoon. A reminder, the men's Raiders game that was scheduled for 7 o'clock tonight has been moved to 4 o'clock tomorrow due to the weather. It's the Raiders versus Crowder College from Neosho, Missouri. They were smart enough to come over early, get here. Plenty of time for today's game. They must have come over last night. So at least we're getting this game in today. Nice crowd here at the Best Activity Center. The Explosion Cheer Squad is going to perform at halftime, so you'll be able to see that on the webcast. We have a walk on the floor. The ball will go back to the Lady Raiders. We was talking about a while ago, Coach Tina Wilson, head coach at Crowder, been there for a while, 12th season as coach. She's a former Missouri State player, formerly coached at Joplin High School and Glendale High School, and has done a nice job of building a stellar program at Crowder, 22-10 last season. Raiders with the ball. Shaw on the wing, dribbles with the right hand, swings it out to Little. Here's the long jumper. It's good. Another three-pointer for Jordan Little. The three-point play is giving the Raiders a 12-point lead, 28-16. They've scored quick 9 points off the three here in the last couple of minutes. The shot by number 20, Ayers, is no good. Watson comes down with the rebound. Erickson now with the ball on the wing. Dribbles with the left hand, looks, thinks about going right, gets the pick from Thurman, goes left. Back out to Watson, we'll try it again. Here's Shaw with the ball in the wing. Shaw dribbles with the left hand, going to take it to the basket. Ball's blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Rough Riders. Raiders have 9 seconds on the shot clock. Shaw to inbounds. Quickly into Little, she'll shoot the three. Oh, in and out, no good. Rebound by Ayers. Rough Riders fast break. Titania Sisisavan. She goes up the left hand. No good. Number 5 shoots and misses. Number 5 gets the rebounds for the Raiders. That's Kimberly Shaw. Swings it out to Haley Erickson. Her three is off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds off the hands of Sisisavan. Caitlin South to check back in the game for the Raiders, as does Jacayla Fowler. Watson and Erickson out. Ball will be inbound by Hannah Thurman right here in front of us. Little walk the ball down. She wears number 22 for the Raiders. Dribbles with the right hand. Out to Fowler. South will try the three. Makes it. Caitlin South for three. Raiders open up a 15-point margin, 31-16. It's the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter. Raiders with full court pressure. Ball's tipped around. Fowler saves it. Picked off by the Raiders. In the paint to South. Her pass is tipped away by the Crowder player. Here come the Rough Riders. 3-on-1 fast break. The jump shot is no good. Thurman comes down with the rebound. Leads the fast break the other direction. Here's Caitlin South with it. South to Little. Looking to get the ball to Thurman. Ball's a little bit short on the pass, but she swings it out to Fowler, to Shaw, to South. They're off the mark. The shot is no good. Rebound, Rough Riders. Brandemere leads the fast break, take it herself. It's in and out, no good. Rebound, Thurman once again. Jordan Little, number 22 with the ball, dribbles down. Ball is stripped away from her, out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. Line change now for Crowder, 4 in and 4 out. For the Raiders, Casey Douglas in, Kimberly Shaw comes out. Looks like Crowder's going to call a quick timeout. Raiders lead 31-16, 5:06 left here in the first half. Lady Raiders on the season with a record of 15-3, averaging 88.3 points a game, whereas Crowder averages 66 points a game. So you see two different types of style of play. Crowder likes to be a little more deliberate, keep the score a little lower, play for the high percentage shot. Raiders, it's a track meet. Lady Raiders run and gun and fun now. They get up and down this court. If the three's not there, it's a layup or a three is a style of play that they prefer. And you can tell that by the fact there's 5 players in double figures that score in double figures for the Lady Raiders. They've won 8 games in a row in the season. Their last defeat was November 30th right here at the Best Activity Center against Northeastern Oklahoma A&M, a school we call NEO. On November 30th, Lady Raiders lost that contest 82-72. They haven't lost a game since, folks. Recent wins were January 11th against State Fair and January 13th against Moberly. 3-0 in region play. Here's the quick inbounds. Little with a shot. Thurman rebounds, tips it to South. South tries the scoop shot to no avail. Rebound and fast break opportunities now for Crowder. They're going to slow it down just a bit. Number 25, Casey Douglas went for the steal, just missed it. 15 on the shot clock for Crowder. Number 23, Courtney Shipley directs traffic. 10 mark now on the shot clock. Shot clock at 7. Swings out to Courtney Shipley. Her long jumper is no good. He gets a rebound by Sydney Lenny. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Crowder Rough Riders. Be Raider basketball. Next game for the Lady Raiders will be on the radio will be next weekend. Next Saturday, January 26th. They'll take on Moberly at 5 o'clock on 97.5 The Storm. Join us for that one. You're on the webcast today. Here is Jacayla Fowler out to Jordan Little. Swings it out to Thurman at the top of the key. Kaylin South on the wing. Kaylin goes in for left hand. Her runner is blocked out of bounds. It'll be Raider basketball with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Anaya Pettis comes in, replacing Jordan Little. Hannah Thurman to inbounds. She calls the play. She's looking. She finds Casey Douglas with it on the baseline. Shot clock at 7. Douglas goes up and shoots. Nice 5-foot floater from the baseline right in the bottom of the basket. Casey Douglas basket makes it 33-16. We have a walk right here in front of us at the media table. Ball goes right back to the Raiders. Hannah Thurman to inbounds right in front of the scorer's table. Those of you watching the webcast, we're waving at you. Good to have you along today. Referee's counting heads. He's got 5 on 5. I think we're ready. Coach Jeff Walk talks to Haley Erickson. Calls the play, and here we go. Inbounds to Erickson. She directs traffic. Gets Thurman on the wing where she wanted her. Thurman goes to the basket. Her scoop shot is off the mark, no good. The ball comes down in the hands of number 21, Bethany Gilkey. We have a foul on the play. Thurman got the space she needed, went in, the ball just didn't fall for her. They're going to whistle that foul on number 12, Caitlin South, her first foul. Just one foul for the Crowder group here in the second quarter, 2 for the Lady Raiders. 32, Alex Volt goes down, takes to the basket. Ball's off the mark, no good. Foul's going to be on number 23, Hannah Thurman. 2 on Hannah. Casey Douglas back in the game. Crowder to inbounds right in front of the Raider cheer squad. Shipley to inbounds. Number 21, Gilkey. Gilkey used her assets to knock the Raider player out of bounds right there. No call on that one. The made basket makes it a 33-15 game. Crowd didn't like that one. Here's Casey Douglas going to try another one up from the baseline. Rattles around, no good. Pettis keeps the ball alive, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. So the Raiders will inbounds, 28 on the shot clock. Anaya Pettis to trigger the inbounds play. Out to Douglas, a little high. Kaylin South picks it up. Brings it out in the forecourt. Swings it to Douglas. Nice bounce pass underneath to Anaya Pettis, who lays it off the glass. Give the assist to Casey Douglas. Give the basket to number 24, Anaya Pettis. Opens up a 17-point advantage for the Lady Raiders, 35-18. Maya Wright with the ball. To Alex Volt. Here's the scoop shot. Hey, that's playground stuff there. That's a nice shot. Sydney Lenny with the scoop shot off the glass for the Rough Riders makes it a 35-20 game. Fowler with the bounce pass now to South. South threads the needle, goes in, off the glass, score it. Kaylin South did some fancy dribbling, cut 2 defenders in half, off the glass, makes it 37-20 with her runner. Quick pass in the paint now to Crowder. Shot is up and no good. Quick outlet pass to Erickson. She leads the fast break. Here's South with the ball once again. Back to Erickson. She'll try a three. High off the back of the rim, no good. Pettis fights for the rebound, but it's brought down by number 32, Alex Volk. Crowder with the fast break to number 12, Sydney Lenny. Give and go to number 21 in the paint. Her shot's no good. She gets the rebound and follows through. That's Bethany Gilkey for two. Up and down pace. If you're a Raiders fan today, Lady Raiders fan, you want this frantic up and down pace. A little bit out of the philosophical style of Crowder. They'd like to slow it down a little bit. For the Raiders, you want to do a track meet and run and gun. Here's the pass out to Erickson for three. Off the back of the rim, no good. It's going to be rebound by Gilkey. Double team, looking for some help. Ball's tipped out of bounds by Jacayla Fowler. 7 players now check in the game. 7 in, 7 out. At this frantic pace, you got to have some fresh legs on the floor at all times, or you get left in the dust. Full court pressure by the Lady Raiders. They're going with a 1-2, kind of 1-1, man-to-man thing all over the floor. Casey Douglas called for the quick foul there. Number 30, Casey Douglas, whistled for the foul. 4th foul this quarter for the Lady Raiders. Rough Riders with 1. 1:19 left before halftime. Again, looks like the Explosion Cheer Squad is here today at the Best Activity Center. I think they'll be performing at halftime. So those of you watching on the webcast might get to see a little halftime bonus there. Referee checks in with the scorer's desk. Everybody's good, and away we go. Inbounds by Crowder. Off to number 5, Titania Sisenovan. Ball is knocked out of bounds. They'll go back towards the Raiders' direction. 72 seconds left before halftime. Raiders by 15. It's one of these, they're going to get 1 or 2 more possessions. You'd like to see them convert something here and continue this momentum going into the locker room at halftime. Pettis with the ball in the wing. She dribbles with the left hand, goes to the basket. Her runner is no good. Under a minute left before halftime. Crowder with the ball. They're swinging around number 33, Ellie Williams. Raiders did a good job keeping her in check today. The long three-pointer's no good. Kimberly Shaw rips down the rebound for Three Rivers. Fast break to Little. Little slows it down. Shaw has it on the wing. Thinks about it, looks for it, goes in the paint. The ball's tipped away. And I think Kimberly's going to be called for the foul. Number 3, Trisha Watman ended up with the ball. 5 fouls now for the Lady Raiders. That'll send the player to the free throw line. From Powell, Missouri, a 6'1" sophomore, Trisha Watman. Powell, Missouri. Not familiar with that fine location. Ball goes off the back of the rim, no good. She'll shoot another. Lana Reed back in for the Lady Raiders. Anaya Pettis will check out. 29.5 seconds before halftime. We'll shut the shot clock off to finish it up. Watman to shoot another. It's up and it's good. Makes our score 37-23. Raiders with the ball. Jordan Little dribbles with the right hand. Under 20 seconds left. Watson with the right hand. Little's got a break. Give and go to Watson. Her baseline jumper is good. Danae Watson makes it a 39-23 game. Under 10 seconds left. Reed comes down with it at the 5-second mark. I think we had a little more time than what the Crowder player thought. Watson can't get the last shot off in time. 39-23 is our halftime score. Lady Raiders by 16 points here at this entertaining and frantic pace in the first half. You're watching today's game on the webcast. And once again, the Explosion group is preparing for a halftime presentation. So you want to be sure if you're watching the game, watch these guys. As a reminder for you, once again, the men's game that was scheduled for 7 o'clock tonight has been pushed back to 4 p.m. tomorrow right here at the Best Activity Center. That game will be on 97.5 The Storm. Roger Burton will be bringing you that game on the microphone tomorrow. So mark that on your calendars. We thought we had a 2 o'clock game and a 7 o'clock game here at the Best Activity Center today, but that has been scooted back to just the ladies' game today, and this is due to the terrible weather we got going right now. And then tomorrow, 4 o'clock, things should be cleared up, and we'll have a game right here, which will be the Lady Raiders, or excuse me, the men versus MMSU West Plains. We're going to pod down right now, and we're going to let you have a chance to watch the Explosion Cheer Squad on the webcast. They're taking the floor right now, so enjoy this bonus coverage from the webcast. Once again, Raiders lead 39-23. I'm Tim Hager. Thanks for joining us today on the webcast. Got about 4 minutes left before we tip off the second half of basketball action. This is the webcast. Glad to have you along on a Saturday afternoon. Tim Hager and you. Horrific weather outside. Sleet, snow. Today's 7 o'clock game, Raiders versus West Plains, has been postponed till 4 o'clock tomorrow. This is due to West Plains not wanting to make the trip over during the hazardous driving conditions. So that game has been moved back till 4 o'clock tomorrow. We are at halftime once again. Lady Raiders lead 39-23. Had the Explosion Cheer Squad performing at halftime. Great to see those guys. They did a great job. The crowd loved that. They're over having their picture made with Rocky Raider right now, which is cool. Glad to have them a part of today's ball game experience here at the Best Activity Center. Got a few reminders for you. The Libela Family Sports Complex will open Saturday, February 2. Mark that on your calendar. 3 o'clock, ribbon cutting. 5 o'clock, Lady Raiders. 7 o'clock, Raiders play. 5 o'clock game, the 7 o'clock game, we're playing State Fair, playing the Roadrunners. 3 o'clock, ribbon cutting. It's going to be a big day. It's the Alumni Reunion Weekend. Should be a ton of fun. You got to come out and see the new facility. It is phenomenal. It's going to be a good time. Mark that on your calendar. February 2. I'm an alumnus of Three Rivers College myself. It's always great to see some folks, schoolmates, school chums from back in the day. That'll be coming up on February 2. Mark your calendars for that. We are in Region 16 play right now. We'll check the women's side. Three Rivers is 3-0, 15-3 record overall. This is the first game of the Region 16 action for Crowder. They're 7-11 on the season. Mineral Area checks in with a 1-1 slot. They are 13-5 on the season. Jefferson, sometimes we call them Jeffco. They're 0-1 in Region 16 play. Their overall record is 5-10 for the season. Moberly is at 1-1 in Region 16 play. Their loss coming to the Raiders, beating them last weekend. Moberly's 9-10 overall, and the State Fair, the Roadrunners, 0-2. Their 4-10 record overall. They lost to the Raiders 56-53 last weekend in a blizzard in Sedalia, Missouri. Wow, it was an intense day of weather. Lady Raiders went in, stole one 56-53, escaped with a victory. It's one of those games where the offensive things, where the ball wasn't falling, their defense saved the day. Jacayla Fowler had a big block at the buzzer on a game-tying shot. The Raiders come out of there with a 56-53 win. On the men's side of thing, in Region 16 play, Moberly's at 2-0. Three Rivers is at 2-1. MSU West Plains will be here at the Best Activity Center tomorrow as 0-0. First game for them in Region 16 play. MAC is 0-1 on the season, and State Fair 0-2 in Region 16 play. The men Raiders right now have a mark of 8-11 on the season. You got to come out and watch them play tomorrow. Region 16 always brings out the best in the Raiders. Come see Tristan Jarrett, who leads the nation in scoring with a 29.6 points per game average. He also leads the nation in field goals made with 198. Raiders tomorrow, 4 o'clock versus MSU West Plains. They played, earlier this season with West Plains winning that game 112-110 in overtime. It was an amazing basketball game, just a heavyweight fight. One of the best games as a spectator you could have watched. That was just up and down all night long. So that's what's coming up for the men Raiders. They'll also be in action this Tuesday, January 22nd at Arkansas Baptist in Little Rock. We'll have that game for you on 97.5, The Storm at 7 p.m. And then next Saturday, doubleheader, men and women play back-to-back. Moberly comes to town. 5 o'clock game will be the ladies versus the Lady Greyhounds. And then 7 o'clock, the men play right here at the Best Activity Center as we just about to the conclusion of the Best Activity Center as far as hosting games for the Raiders. February 2, we make the big move to the Libela Family Sports Complex. Halftime score once again, 39-23, Lady Raiders by 16. Statistically for the Raiders, Danae Watson with 7 points, Kimberly Shaw with 3, Caitlin South with 7, Haley Erickson with 5, Jacayla Fowler with 4 points, Jordan Little has 6 points, Anaya Pettis 5, and Casey Douglas 2. That makes the score, halftime score, 39-23. Quick bucket there by Crowder makes our score 39-25 as we kick off the second half of basketball action. First quarter, Lady Raiders outscored Crowder 17-12. Second quarter, Lady Raiders held a 22-11 advantage, making the halftime score 39-23. Give and go to Danae Watson. She goes in, her shot's no good. Ball's tipped around, going to go out of bounds. We'll see who touched the ball last. I do believe the last touch by the Raiders. The ball goes back to Crowder. First half for the Lady Raiders, 11-24 from the field, 5 for 17 from the three-point line, 2 for 5 from the free throw line. Haley Erickson comes in, steals the ball. They're going to call a jump ball. The stat of the first half, I do believe, is Ellie Williams. She scores about 15.4 points per contest for the Rough Riders. Lady Raiders hold her to just one basket, 2 points in the first half. Hannah Thurman shoots, misses the baseline runner. Rebound by number 25, Courtney Shipley. Brings it down to number 23, Maya Wright. In the paint ball's tapped around, picked up by the Raiders. Danae Watson leads the fast break, takes it to the basket. She draws the foul. Number 1, Danae Watson from Bradenton, Florida, will go to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. Last Raiders game here, couple of days back, we were playing here, and during the halftime of the Raiders game, we had Danae Watson come over and chat with us at halftime. This season, we've tried to talk to a softball player, cheerleader, different sports, and kind of get an update of what was going on. During the men's game, that Danae told us she was a high school track athlete, kind of late to the game of basketball. Basically, as a sophomore, for a school hired a new coach, talked to some track athletes into playing basketball, and the rest is history. Extremely athletic girl. Basketball is a relatively new sport for her. She just converts that free throw to make it a 41-25 game. Charming young lady. She wears uniform number 1. She's Danae Watson. Rough Rider shot from the top of the key is too hard, off the rim, no good. Danae Watson, the aforementioned Danae Watson with the rebound. Leads the fast break. They swing it around to Hannah Thurman. Her three-pointer is good. Number 23 from Dexter High School converts the tray, makes it 44-25. Give those points to Hannah Thurman. Courtney Shipley, number 25. Shipley from Ava, Missouri, has the ball. She's going to shoot, and she makes the three-pointer. So that's Trey makes it 44-28. 8-minute mark here in the third quarter. Jordan Little has the ball. Swings it baseline to Kimberly Shaw. Cross-court pass to Haley Erickson. Oh, pass intended for Danae Watson. Danae Watson says, my bad. Ball was slung across to her. She thought someone was behind her. She realized that no one was there. The ball was intended for her. It was a little too late. The turnover gives the ball back to Crowder. Raiders with full court pressure. Crowder with the long three. It's no good. Kimberly Shaw yanks down the rebound for the Lady Raiders. She wears number 5. Cross court pass to Erickson. Quick pass to Thurman in the paint. Thurman out to Shaw. Shaw dribbles with the right hand. The give and go is picked off by Courtney Shipley. Suddenly it's become the Courtney Shipley show for the Crowder Rough Riders. Alex Vogt with the ball. Shipley to Ellie Williams. Oh, she took an extra step, maybe. Yeah, number 20 that time, Aubrey Ayers, got the ball in the paint, took an extra step backwards to get the angle to take it off the backboard. Shipley checks out now for Crowder. Checking in with Tatiana Sestisovan. She wears uniform number 5. Jordan Little brings the ball down for the Lady Raiders. Passes to Erickson. Erickson to Watson. Jordan Little is open. She's going to shoot 3, and she makes it. From downtown Poplar Bluff, from a downtown icy Poplar Bluff, that is. Little's 3 makes it 47-28. Quick foul is whistled on Kimberly Shaw. Shaw was going for the basketball, had some incidental contact, and was whistled for the foul. 2 fouls on Kimberly in this contest. She will come out, number 30, Casey Douglas, into the game for the Raiders. Full court pressure provided by the Raiders. Here come the Rough Riders. They're going to swing it out and shoot the 3. It's no good. Number 34, Grace Crawford with the shot. Raiders to inbound. Thurman to Little. Jordan Little will walk the ball down. Raiders with a 19-point advantage. The clock works in the favor of the Raiders. Little calls the play. Baseline to Casey Douglas. Back to Little on the wing. Swing around the baseline to Thurman. Thurman's going to shoot the three. In and out, no good. Rebound, Casey Douglas. We'll call a double dribble on that. 3 seconds before the double dribble. Casey Douglas come down with the rebound. No place to go with it. Crowder inbounds. Tatiana with the ball. Swings it baseline. Now back to the top of the key with number 23, Maya Wright. In the paint to number 23, Wright. Swings out. Here's the air ball. Offensive rebound and stick bag by Aubrey Ayers. Ayers hitting the glass hard there. Got the offensive rebound. Held a position. Threw it right back in the basket. Cut the lead to 17. 47-30. Lady Raiders lead. Pass to Erickson. Thinks about it, but decides to throw back at the top of the key. Timeout by Coach Jeff Walk. Something in that offensive scheme he wants to change. We'll take a timeout as well. Lady Raiders lead 47-30. Thank you for watching the webcast. Lady Raiders lead 47-30. 10 seconds on the shot clock as they inbounds in front of the Raider cheer squad. Inbounds pass to Little. Shot clock at 7. Here's the shot. It's going to be short. Rebounded by Crowder. Crowder player turns to inbounds. Nobody there. Ball goes out of bounds. Raiders catch a break. Ball goes right back to them. Hannah Thurman will inbounds it to Jordan Little. Now to Caitlin South, who's in the game. She wears uniform number 12. She passes to Jordan Little, whose three-pointer is short. South with the rebound. Missed the shot. Casey Douglas with the rebound. Jordan Little with the ball once again. Raiders get a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Number 22 takes to the basket. Her shot is no good. Ball's tipped around. Rebound ends up in the hands of number 15, Megan Brandemir. Off to number 5, Tatiana. Number 32 with the ball, Alex Vogt. Back to Vogt. She wears number 32. Vogt from Carl Junction, Missouri. The give and go to number 23, Maya Wright. Her shot is good. Nice offensive series that time by Crowder. Took their time, made the passes, ran the offense. Got the high percentage shot, and they cut it to 15. 47-32. Lady Raiders lead. Casey Douglas on the baseline. Passes it to Little, to South, back to Little. Casey Douglas dribbles in, ball's knocked loose, picked up by Crowder. Here's the fast break. Scoop shot is good. Number 15, Megan Brandemir, cuts this to a 13-point contest. 47-34. Crowder's making a little mini run here in the third quarter. Caitlin South dribbles in, is called for the walk before the foul. Line change once again, players in and out. Fowler checks in for the Raiders, as does Pettis. Erickson's back in the game to join Little. Full court pressure again by the Raiders. Going to try to slow down this Crowder group. South guarding Tatiana. Volt in the middle, dribbles right. She's going to call her for the walk. Kind of put her head down, took it to the basket, took the extra step when she was double teamed. Ball goes back to the Raiders. Jordan Little brings the ball down, crosses the timeline. Crowder in a 2-3 zone defense. Erickson's long pass to Little. Spin move out to South to Little. Little for 3. Ball bounces around, goes through the basket, but it had hit the wire that holds the basket in place in the shot clock. So the ball bounced off the wire, went through the basket, but when a ball hits that wire, it's automatically a dead ball. Ball goes back into the direction. Tough break for the Raiders. Ball goes back in the hands of Crowder. Ball's knocked loose, but picked up by Volt. Brandomir with the ball. Over to Tatiana. Quick pass to Volt in the paint. Ball's knocked loose. Whoa. Tough break for the Raiders. Looked like Jordan Little had the ball. Ball got knocked loose, but she's going to get whistled for the foul. Number 22, Jordan Little, first foul of the ball game. 2 fouls on Crowder, 1 for the Raiders here in the third quarter. Volt's first free throw is good. Makes it a 47-35 game. Crowder's just kind of hanging around. Raiders had about an 18, 19-point lead. Didn't put them away when they had the shot. 47-36, 11-point game. We'll see what the Raiders do on the offensive side of things this time. South dribbles down, looking for some help. Swings it out too little. The pass is too high. Kimberly Shaw checks back in for the Raiders. Caitlin South comes out. So for the Raiders right now, it's Fowler, Little, Shaw, Erickson, and Pettis. Raiders still offering full court pressure, trying to slow this game down, get it back to a little bit faster paced game. The tempo is back in the favor of Crowder the last few possessions. They like to play it a little bit slower, grind some time off that shot clock, and play for a high percentage shot like that. Ellie Williams hits the 3, makes it an 8-point game. Crowder making their move right here in the third quarter. Erickson has the ball, hands off to Little. And to Kimberly Shaw. Fowler's going to take it in. Out to Little. Give and go back to Fowler. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Rough Riders. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 2:05 left here in the third quarter. 9 seconds on the shot clock as Pettis will inbounds. Out to Little. 7 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. Spin move by Little. She shoots. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Raiders. Raiders run it all the way down to 1. Didn't get the shot they really wanted on that possession. This can get cut to about a 6-point game on this time. The ball's going to be out of bounds. Errant pass by Tatiana. The ball goes back to the Lady Raiders. Pettis inbound straight across from us to Erickson. Erickson calls the play. Gives directions. Ball's into Pettis. Swing it out to Kimberly Shaw. She's going to shoot the 3. Rims out, no good. Rebound, Crowder. Brandomir with the ball. Looks in the paint to Vote. Ball's knocked around. Going to be picked up by Ellie Williams. Back to Tatiana. To Brandomir. Little ball movement in the forecourt. Williams with it. She has it. She shoots and misses. Rebound by Volt. She's going to be fouled. Raiders did a great job in the first half, keeping Williams way into her scoring average. She averages a 15.4 on the season. She just had one bucket in the first half, but you can start to see her get back in the offensive flow a little bit for Crowder. Even though she's not the one going to the line to shoot, her penetration and pass enabled this play to occur. First free throw is good by Volt. Score is 47-40. Number 23 will check in the game here for the shooter in just a sec. Second free throw is good. Number 23, Maya Wright back in the game for Crowder. They have cut this to a 6-point game. They were down 19 points at one point. Now it's just 6, 47-41. The Lady Raiders lead. The Lady Raiders looking for a bucket on this possession. Here comes Fowler with it. Going to call her with the walk. As Jacayla Fowler cut to the basket, they said she took an extra step. Crowder could cut this to a 3-point game. They've kind of dominated this third quarter. Again, the tempo of play, the pace of the game changed way more in favor of Crowder because they like to slow it down. Tatiana with the ball to number 23, Maya Wright. They swing it around to Ellie Williams. Now to Megan Brandemere. Back to Wright. She'll shoot it off the glass. No good. Rebound Raiders. Shaw throws it in the Little. Out to Haley Erickson. Erickson for three. That's just what the doctor ordered right there. Just what the Raiders need. That three extends the lead back to 9. Haley Erickson to the offensive rescue. 50-41 is our score. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Tatiana with the ball. Shot clock is turned off. 14 seconds left. Crowder will probably play for the final shot of the third quarter. They'll grind it down to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. The long pass to Ellie Williams at 1. She walks with the ball. Crowder did what they wanted to do, except Williams took the extra step. Only 9/10 of a second left here in the third quarter. Raiders will look to inbounds and stop it right there. The long throw. Whoa! With the bounce, almost went in the basket. Jordan Little give the baseball throw. It almost bounced in the basket. Wow. Our score is 50-41. As we take a break, we'll come back with the fourth quarter of basketball action. We thank you for listening to the Lady Raiders on the webcast. We begin the fourth quarter of action. Crowder inbounds down 50-41 to the Lady Raiders. We do appreciate you joining us on the webcast today. Courtney Shipley takes to the basket. Ball is blocked by Hannah Thurman out of bounds. Shots off the basket, it's no good. Danae Watson comes down with the rebound. Out to Haley Erickson. Erickson from Alta, Missouri, dribbles the ball baseline, throws it up to Thurman. Thurman shoots the 8-footer, no good. We're going to have a foul on the floor. We'll see who gets called for that one. Number 20 for the Rough Riders is Aubrey Ayers. First foul of the fourth quarter, just her second foul in the ball game. Raiders basketball. Kimberly Shaw to inbounds. Ball's tipped out of bounds. We'll do it again. Caitlin South dribbles in. Ball's blocked. She gets her own rebound. Throw it out to Thurman. For three, Hannah Thurman makes it a 53-41 game. Lady Raiders were outscored 18-11 there in the third quarter. Crowder made a run back in this ball game. Ellie Williams answers with the three. Pace of the game changed a little bit. The Raiders like to play a little more of a frantic pace. We'll see if they can turn the speed back up here in the fourth quarter. 9 minutes left in the game. Hannah Thurman to Kimberly Shaw. Hands off to Caitlin South. South dribbles baseline. Her runner is good. Caitlin South shoots with either hand, jumps up, throws the right-handed runner in the basket, makes it 55-44. 11-point lead for the Raiders. Ball is thrown out of bounds. It'll go right back to the Raiders. Turnover by Crowder. Hannah Thurman to inbounds right in front of us at the scorer's table. Ball goes into Erickson, and away we go. Kimberly Shaw in the wing to Danae Watson. South for the long three. Dribbled and rattles around, no good. Thought she was going to get the shooter's roll. Goes out of bounds. Shaw gets called for the foul, going for the rebound. Third foul in the game on Kimberly Shaw. Both teams with one foul here in the fourth quarter. Wright leads the fast break for Crowder. Into the paint. The shot by Volt is no good. Danae Watson comes down with the rebound. Swings it around to Haley Erickson. Erickson double dribbles. Referee calls a double dribble. The crowd disagrees. But as your history teacher, sadly, this is not a democracy. The Raider Rooters not happy with that call. Maybe one of those anticipatory calls, but I'm paid to announce, not the ref, so we'll keep moving. Williams with the ball, guarded by South, now double teamed. Out to Courtney Shipley. Ellie Williams going to shoot the baseline jumper, no good. Offensive rebound is no good. Number 20, Aubrey Ayers, got the weak side rebound, went right back up with it. Her shot didn't fall. Ball was eventually knocked out of bounds by the Raiders. This will be a fresh shot clock, 27 left on the shot clock, just under 8 minutes left in the contest. Coach Tina Wilson working on the refs down there a little bit. She's a former Missouri State player back in the day. Formerly coached at Joplin High School and Glendale High School. Been with Crowder for 12 years. Swinging around to Shipley. Her shot is off the mark, no good. Tipped around. Number 23 gets a shot at it. That is Wright. Her shot's no good. Danae Watson comes down with it for the Raiders. She goes down and draws the foul. Danae Watson, athletic as heck, as they say, gets the rebound, just takes it herself, goes down coast to coast, draws the foul on the play. Number 33, Ellie Williams, whistled for her second foul. Watson will go to the line to shoot a couple. The Floridian shoots and misses. Checking into the ball game will be Sydney Linney. Coming out for the Rough Riders, number 23, Maya Wright. Watson to shoot her second free throw. That one's good. Makes our score 56-44, 7:38 left in this contest. Lady Raiders by 12. Shipley now into the paint to Volt. She's going to take it with the right hand. Ball is tipped out of bounds, blocked by Shaw. Last touch by Kimberly Shaw. So with 18 on the shot clock, Crowder will take the ball out underneath their own basket. Shipley looks, quick bounce pass into number 32, Volt, and she draws the foul. Danae Watson whistled for the infraction. That'll send number 32, Volt, for the line. Alex Volt from Carl Junction, Missouri. She's a sophomore. Here comes her first free throw. It's good. She's prepared to shoot the second. It rattles around, no good. Rebound, Caitlin South. South brings the ball down for the Lady Raiders. Throws it out to Danae Watson. Watson's on the wing. Swings it to Kimberly Shaw, who'll shoot the three. Off the mark, no good. Caitlin South ends up with the rebound. We're going to call a jump ball. South got the rebound, but thought maybe the other player, Ayers, may have been over the back, but they called it a jump ball. Be Raider basketball, 14 on the shot clock. Ball is tipped around. In pass intended for Thurman. The ball was knocked loose, picked up by Crowder. Shipley with the ball. Top of the key. Ellie Williams going to take the jump shot. Off the mark. Caitlin South goes after the ball. Danae Watson goes after the ball. We're going to have another jump ball. Possession arrow points towards the Rough Riders from Crowder College in Neosho, Missouri. They probably had some weather today too. I hope you're home safe right now. Got the webcast cranked up.
Good job, Caitlin.
A reminder, tonight's 7 o'clock game has been pushed back to 4 o'clock tomorrow. Missouri State West Plains will come over tomorrow to play the Raiders. West Plains crew didn't feel comfortable making the trip today. So catch that game at 4 o'clock tomorrow. If you can't make it to the Best Activity Center, that'll be on 97.5 The Storm. Haley Erickson's three gives the Raiders a 14-point advantage, 59-45. Have a whistle on the floor. Timeout by Coach Wilson and the Crowder Rough Riders. Lady Raiders lead 59-45, 6:26 left in the contest. You're watching Lady Raiders basketball on the webcast. Crowder with the ball. Voigt shoots in the paint, gets a rebound, sticks it back. Makes it a 59-47 game, 2 points by Alex Voigt. 6 minutes left in the contest. Lady Raiders with the basketball. Shaw on the baseline. Out to Erickson, to Fowler in the paint. Ball's knocked around. Little ends up with it. Baseline jump shot is good. That three makes it 62-47. The three by Jordan Little. She scores a lot of points from the wing and top of the key. She uses not around the baseline area, but she drained that one. Haley Erickson whistled for the foul. For the Raiders, 3 fouls here in the fourth quarter, just 2 for Crowder. Sydney Lenny to the line to shoot. Her first one is off the mark. Lenny's a hometown girl from Neosho, Missouri. Megan Brandomir back in the game. Checking out number 20, Aubrey Ayers. Lenny to shoot one more for the Rough Riders. Rattles around, no good. Jacayla Fowler with the rebound. Outlet pass to Haley Erickson. Give and go to Fowler. She takes it strong to the basket, scores it, and she'll shoot the free throw. Jacayla Fowler with the quick move. She has a lightning fast first step. You hit her in stride. She takes one step, takes it to the basket. Fowler, being a lefty, hard to guard. She wears number 21. She'll go to the line to shoot the free throw. On the season, Fowler averaging 10.2 points per contest. Her free throw rattles around, no good. Score 64-47. Ball's tipped loose by Erickson, picked up by Nia Pettis. Here comes Little with the ball. Gets double teamed, they're going to call her for the double dribble. She made the move to the basket, got some weak side help on defense. Once she was double teamed, they called her with the double dribble. It's going to be right back to Crowder. Lenny with the ball to Brandomir. He's going to shoot the jumper. Bounces off the rim, no good. Erickson with the rebound. She brings it back the other way for the Raiders. Back to Pettis. In the paint to Fowler. Thurman to baseline to Little. She'll shoot another baseline jumper and makes it. 2 baseline jumpers in a row for Little has made the score 66-47. Coach Wilson doesn't like The tempo of this game, all of a sudden, it went back towards Three Rivers' philosophical direction. Much faster play, much faster pace. Suddenly the score is 66-47. Crowder scores the timeout. Cheer squad takes the floor. Raiders lead. 4:54 left in the contest. Thank you for listening to the webcast. We're back at the Best Activity Center. Our score is 66-47. 4:54 left in the contest. Lady Raiders lead over Crowder, the Rough Riders. Crowder are located in Neosho, Missouri. Good sports programs over that direction, especially good softball program. Had a lot of success in girls basketball as of late as well. Team was 22-10 last season. We have the foul called right in front of us. Jordan Little picks up the foul. For Jordan to be her second foul of the ball game. 4 fouls here in the fourth quarter for the Lady Raiders. Williams to inbounds right in front of us. Tatiana with the ball. Guarded by Fowler. Gives it up to Lenny. Ball's tipped around. Ellie Williams ends up with it. Williams dribbles. Swings it across to Tatiana. 10 on the shot clock. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan Little. Williams will inbound. She's a former West Plains Zizzer. Ball's inbounds, tipped around, knocked loose. We're going to have a foul on Williams right there. It looks like the referee's going to call an intentional foul. Ball was inbounds. Little had the ball. She made the outlet pass to Fowler. She was fouled from behind from Williams right in front of the referee. So I believe he's going to call an intentional foul on Ellie Williams. Williams is over talking to Coach Tina Wilson right here on the floor in front of us. That will send Jordan Little to the line. The intentional intentional foul. She makes the free throw, makes it a 67-47 game, and just like that, the Raiders have opened up a 20-point lead. Second one rims out, no good. And this game's all styles. Raiders like to play fast. Crowder likes to play slow. In that third quarter, Crowder kind of lulled the Raiders into a slower pace game. The ball just didn't fall for a while. That 18-11 third quarter advantage put Crowder right back in this game, 5 or 6 point game. Lady Raiders come out in the fourth quarter, hit the accelerator. We're at a 67-47 spot right now. Nice pass by Hannah Thurman into the paint to Anaya Pettis. Ball had some mustard on it, as we say. Pettis lays it off the glass to score it, makes it 69-47 at the 4-minute mark in this contest. Lenny gives it up to number 23, Wright, who shoots with the left hand and misses. Rebound Pettis, outlet pass Erickson. Erickson throws it cross court to Little. She's going to shoot the three. Rims out, no good. Rebound number 23, Maya Wright from Luther, Oklahoma. Takes it down and scores. She's a lefty as well, or at least she shot that with the left hand. Nice layup in traffic. 23 is going to be called for the foul. That's Hannah Thurman from Dexter, Missouri. For Hannah Thurman, the third foul in the contest. Vote back in for Crowder. Wright prepares to shoot the free throw. She is set. I was correct. She's a southpaw, and she throws it to the basket. Makes it a 69-50 game. Lady Raiders lead by 19 points. Jordan Little over to Erickson. Back to Pettis. Pettis spin move, goes to the basket. Ball's tipped off her hand. Picked it by Fowler. Fowler takes it in. She'll draw the foul. Pettis did the spin move. Ball got blocked as the loose ball. Once again, the quickness of Jacayla Fowler swings in, grabs it, turns around, goes to the basket, and draws the foul. Foul was committed by number 23, Maya Wright. He will send Jacayla Fowler to the line. Fowler's a 5'10 freshman from Neelyville. She shoots and scores. Large group of Neelyville basketball players and fans here from Neelyville watching Jacayla play today. She has a good following, good drawing. A lot of the home games, you see several members of the Lady Tiger squad here. Coach Hale's here a lot. It's good to see the home crew supporting one of their own. She makes the second free throw. Nice addition to this team, number 21, Jacayla Fowler. Fast break for the Crowder group. Ball was blocked, knocked loose. Number 15, Megan Brandemir picks up the loose ball. Draws the foul and will go to the line. Jacayla Fowler whistled for the foul. Kaylin South will be checking in here in just a moment. Brandemir's first free throw is good. Erickson is out. South is in. 4-3 Rivers. Second free throw is up and good. 71-52 is our score. Jordan Little to Caitlin South. South dribbles baseline. Gets the ball tipped away from her. Goes to Little. Little tried again. She goes from the wing. Fowler at the top of the key. Out to Thurman on the baseline. Makes a spin move to the basket. Lays the runner in and scores it. Nice play by Hannah Thurman that time. Went baseline, threw the runner up with the right hand right in the bottom of the bucket. Makes it a 73-52 game. Raiders lead. Crowder works the offense. Brandemir has it. He's going to shoot the ball off the glass. Misses. Ball's tapped around, picked up by Tatiana. Bounce pass in the middle. Last touch by Anaya Pettis. Ball goes out of bounds. Crowder will have 8 seconds on the shot clock. 2:19 left in the contest. Lady Raiders lead 73-52. Janae Watson comes back into the game. Looks like Casey Douglas is coming into the game. Thurman checks out. And Jacayla Fowler will check out as well. Raiders inbounds. Spin boom by Williams. Her shot's a little bit short, but it was picked up by Volt, who went right back up with it and draws the foul. She will go to the line to shoot. Casey Douglas whistled for the foul. 4 fouls on Casey in this contest. That first free throw is up and good. Cuts the score to a 20-point game. Raiders lead 73-53. Volt shoots the second one. She's a good free throw shooter. Every one of her free throws has been right in the middle of the basket. 73-54 is our score here in the contest. Jordan Little with the ball. They swing it out to Pettis. Now to South at the baseline. South dribbles in. Her runner is a little bit short. They're going to call it with the charge. Caitlin South one-on-one is hard to handle. She's a great one-on-one. They can isolate her. She can shoot with either hand. That time the player, Caitlin's blown by her so many times today, the player finally decided, hey, I'll draw the charge this time and just stand here. Draws the charge. 2 fouls on Caitlin in the ball game. Ball goes back to the Rough Riders. Ellie Williams is charged with the walk right there. Took the extra step. Pettis inbound 2 Littles. Under 2 minutes left in the contest. Again, a reminder, the men's game that was scheduled for 7 o'clock tonight has been moved to 4 o'clock tomorrow due to weather concerns. West Plains wasn't willing to make the drive today. That game will be tomorrow at 4 o'clock. You can catch that game on 97.5 The Storm. Here's a fast break opportunity for the Crowder group. Ball is knocked out of bounds. Good hustle by Jordan Little. 1:35 left in the contest. So if you had plans to come out tonight with the atrocious weather, stick at home. Check us out tomorrow. If you can't make it to the Best Activity Center, be sure and listen on 97.5 The Storm. You can watch playoff football. Turn the sound down and listen to the Raiders on the radio. Roger Burton will be bringing that game tomorrow. Caitlin South hits the long 3, makes it a 76-54 game. Crowder with the ball. Get it to Williams on the wing. Raiders have done a good job keeping her in check today offensively. Ball goes out to number 23, Maya Wright, in the paint to Volt. Her basket is good. She's had a nice game for the Rough Riders today. Raiders lead 76-56. Little crosses the timeline with it. Dribbles right. Give the ball up to Watson. Now to Casey Douglas on the wing. Back to Pettis, 13 on the shot clock. Caitlin South has it, has the pick from Pettis. Gives it up to Watson, 7 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. Here's the shot. It's nothing but the bottom of the basket. Jordan Little rips another 3, makes it 79-56. Lady Raiders by 23. Williams dribbles down for the Rough Riders. Gives it to Brandomir. They're going to say she took the extra step. 20.4 seconds left in the game. Lana Wright checks in for the Raiders. Looks like Jacayla Fowler's going to come back in too. Watson and Little come to the bench, get a nice round of applause from the audience. Nice crowd here today on a snowy, sleet, wintry mix kind of Saturday here in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Under 20 seconds left in the contest. Pettis would like to just hang on to the ball. 11-second mark. The Lady Raiders are going to come away with looks like a 23-point victory over a stubborn Crowder group who came out and played in a pretty aggressive third quarter. Anais Pettis draws the foul with 0.8 seconds left. That'll send her to the free throw line. Players' momentum just kind of carried her into Pettis. Fouls on number 12, Sydney Linney. Pettis wears number 24 and she'll go to the line. Get a chance to make a point or two before this one is done. First free throw is good. Number 20 will check back into the game. Aubrey Ayers. And number 23, Maya Wright, will check out. Pettis will shoot the last shot of the game, I predict. It's good. Makes the score 81-56. Raiders by 25. And that finishes it from the Best Activity Center. Once again, Lady Raiders win this one 81-56. A couple of quick reminders. Keep in mind the men will be in action tomorrow at 4 o'clock right here at the Best Activity Center, taking on the MSU West Plains Grizzlies. That will be a good game. First time the Raiders played them, they lost 112-110 at West Plains in an epic battle. These Region 16 games are for real, folks. If you can make it out of your house, take the shovel and dig out, come out to the Best Activity Center and watch it. If you don't make it, listen to 97.5 The Storm. The Raiders travel to Arkansas Baptist College Tuesday night. That game will also be on 97.5 The Storm. Next Saturday, the men and women play a doubleheader against Moberly. 5 o'clock with the ladies, 7 o'clock for the guys. That's on January the 26th, right here at the Bass Activity Center. Those games will also be on 97.5 The Storm, so stick around for that. Mark your calendars, February 2, the grand opening of the Libela Family Sports Complex. Ribbon cutting at 3. Lady Raiders versus State Fair at 5. The men play the Roadrunners at 7. It's the alumni reunion. It promises to be a fun time coming up February the 2. So we've got it all covered for you, and we'll finish it right here from the Best Activity Center. Once again, we thank you for watching today on the webcast. Our final score, Lady Raiders win 81-56. That'll do it from the ballpark. I'm Tim Hager. Thanks for joining us on the webcast today to watch the Lady Raiders win.